we ready?
Playing beautiful melodies,
telling terrible stories,
creating a whole new radio experience for you. Where all worlds fail, the music's we.
Yes, you heard it very right, and welcome to Wilkins Diary Podcast Network. Now, you know what? We have a super. How many supers are those? Those are 3 supers, for God's sake. So we have a super incredible series that is coming up on Wilkins Diary Podcast starting this month. So stay tuned for that because you're gonna love it.
What's up? Welcome to Wilkins Podcast Network, and this is Converse with Wilkins, and today I'm hanging out with the amazing KWAMBOX, aka Sheila.
I like that you always call Amazing,
aka Ominde.
Yeah, that's actually my surname.
That's your surname. KWAMBOX is a lifestyle.
Yep.
So what's all this about? KWAMBOX is a lifestyle.
I mean, it is what it is. I do what I preach. So it's my lifestyle. Yeah.
You come off as someone who's always happy. Are you always happy?
That's madness. What do you mean? I'm a robot. No, absolutely not. Actually, I'm very temperamental. I have high highs and low lows.
Okay.
But I think part of what I've chosen in my life is balance.
All right.
Whether it's you're having a good time or a bad time. You need to learn that that's not what makes life. Life is the constant balance of just going with the flow. So, yeah, I do have bad days, but I don't acknowledge them. Or I don't dwell on them. I acknowledge something's going wrong. I'm probably the source of the bad vibes. I'm going to avoid people. So if you're checking my online and thinking that I'm always happy, you're only seeing the good stuff. It's not like I'm going to post like, look at me now, I'm so pissed about the world. No.
For a moment there, you sounded like Maya Angelou.
I read a lot of Maya.
There is this sort of like a mantra you have. Grinding and hustling is two different things.
Oh, absolutely.
Something that I've learned from you.
Yeah.
So what is the difference between grinding and hustling?
For me, I think hustling, and just how it's been used here. Someone tells you, "Timazimi ni hustler." Say basically anakuambia anaguzisha mawaya paka kitu. It happened. But like grinding is purpose, that it's not about the money, it's not about the, nikigeti kitu boom or certain cheki. It's not about that. It's about consistently growing. Ask yourself, Bill Gates akona how many billions? What keeps him going? You think he's a hustler? No, he's grinding. He's got everything, but it's not about having everything. It's about achieving what it is that you set out to do.
It's more of like there's a motivation behind your grinding. More like that.
I mean,
other than hustling without like a certain motivation.
Listen, we live in a country that I've just walked from Sari Center to shout out to Made in Kenya. It's a beautiful store. And they like literally wanajenga barabara, but they forgot. Okay, we're going to put diversions for cars, but the pedestrians can fly. You know what I mean? As in, and that's a nation of hustlers. A nation of hustlers is always consistently thinking of selfishness. You're thinking, I'm going to make my money, and then I'm going to be rich, and then I'm going to move to Runda, and I won't have to deal with these bad roads, buruburu. But someone who's grinding sees an opportunity or sees how they can add value to humanity. So you can see the results of a hustling nation, and I'm here trying to tell people, look, find your purpose and be so consistent to that purpose that all the things that you're hustling for will come together.
Talking about purpose, do you what's because for me I live with 3 rules, 3 P's: purpose, passion, and purpose, passion, of course, profit. Of course, you have to be sustainable. So what is one purpose that you live with, you as KWAMBOX, that you feel like every morning you wake up, there's this purpose that you work towards and that keeps you going?
I think for me, first things first is just service to humanity. I think I find my greatest joy doing stuff for other people. So it could be like radio. I could do it. I could sit on radio and just be like, "Woo, you guys! I'm the sexiest person on radio. Check my photos on the Instagram." But then I could realize that I am speaking to millions of people, and these people are, going to work, and everything that you say. I could spend time telling you, Beyonce got a booty job. But I could also tell you that, that. How do you want to address the president? So for me, that becomes my purpose. I'm serving people, and so I'm aware that when I'm there, I'm talking to people and I'm influencing people. Why not tell you the right information?
Exactly.
Yeah, I think service to humanity, basically.
Talking about we are like sort of like a hustling nation.
Yeah.
In 2008, you had do you still hold that dream of being a politician?
Wow, that's so crazy. That's someone who's done his research, y'all. That was an interview I did I even remember the magazine. So I always, growing up, I knew that I was going to be in a position to be able to influence, how people think, because when, you just start noticing, when you're in a group of people, you're the person who becomes the spokesperson. So automatically I thought it was going to be politics, but then when I became an adult, I just realized I don't want to be in a space where I look at our politicians and you name me one person who you can say this is a man or a woman of integrity. None. I don't care how I don't care what your political affiliations are. I don't care. I don't see leaders.
But that's true. I don't see leaders. That's a society right now.
I quickly just woke up and I said, I don't want to do politics, because you could spend your whole life building, a formidable name, and then you get into politics and you say, it's scandal.
Because it happens. Because you see, every time a young person gets into politics, there's always that conversation around Buddha ukifika huko uta change. Because it's a bitter truth. I don't know.
It's full of cartels. It's full of ignorant people getting really powerful positions. It's like sending a cockroach to go and represent humanity when aliens come to attack us. It's like not the best decision. I don't care how much money the roach gave you.
You can curse. I saw it coming.
I don't care what I don't care how much busao changa you were given, or how much tenders you're going to be given. Dude, come on, even if you have 75 Range Rovers, how much security will you have to protect yourself from all the rest of us who are poor who will eat from you? Come on. Glucose. So I couldn't be a politician. Sure. I decided the best way in your sphere of influence, you can be able to speak to people and say, mimi mtu asikuja hapa kuniambia sijui gava na nisini wewe ndio ndio kupiga kura mara mbili ulipongela for 12 hours to elect roaches to go and represent us. You had a choice.
So let's talk Big Brother. Big Brother Africa. Of course, you get asked this question all the time. And it's like a song. So me, I just want to know. Did you get to audition for Big Brother Africa? How did that come to happen?
I of course I auditioned. Seriously, they were like, who's the person? Alafu wakachukua kwa index number. No, it was they called an audition, and then I remember a friend of mine actually applied for me online, and then so I got the call, and I went for the audition. I remember there were so many people. I mean, there were so many cool people from Nairobi.
How was that feeling, as in getting that call? How was that moment?
It was nothing, because you knew it was just the short list to come and see, and then you get there. First you're excited, you're like, "Woo, you guys! I'm on my way to Big Brother." You get there, there's like 1,000 people. You're like, "What? I'm coming to audition with 1,000 people. I thought I made it." You know? So then we did the audition. I remember it was at the Stanley, and I got there very early, and there was I met with so many people actually who we've ended up becoming friends for years at that audition. So I kind of knew I wasn't going to be selected, because there's when you go to an audition, there are those people who are like Sidri, they know who Sidri, they know how this game works. I'd never watched Big Brother at that point. I'd never even watched Big Brother at that point.
So how was the experience at Big Brother Africa?
I don't know how to answer that. Like, if you've never been in the house, it's almost impossible to understand, but it's basically nothing can prepare you for Big Brother, because especially if you're like, for me, I'm born and raised in Nairobi, and then being yanked out of here and being taken to South Africa, and then being locked up in a house with people from different countries. So it's it teaches you adaptability. If you're someone who you're not adaptable, as in utaanza kusema ai chakula zao zinanuka, usiende Big Brother. Usiende Big Brother. Weka tu hapa Kenya na relax.
Did you end up having a relationship at Big Brother?
No. I mean, I met people, but I didn't.
Does that happen when you
come
to Kiki?
Yeah. Meryl and Mwisho even got married and had other kids after.
Wow.
So yeah.
You know, always thought that you only Kiki to publicity.
No. I mean, we're
things
human
get
beings.
Serious.
We're human beings. I mean, people meet in the club one weekend. Yani one Saturday you've hung out 2 hours and all of a sudden you're in love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because of drinks. And you're saying being locked up in a space with someone for 2 months in a row, you won't start having feelings? Of course. Yeah.
So there is one thing I like when I was doing my research. So after your participation at Big Brother Africa, people expected, like, you became a celebrity. But now, after being a celebrity, there was that aspect of, even at some point, you guys couldn't raise house rent. Like, how crazy is it when let's say, for example, you are a celebrity, you're a celebrity, then the society expects you to be in a certain way.
So of course after Big Brother, I think if you've watched my Dad Does Fair, you've seen me talking about this. I was, before I went for Big Brother, I was working, and then I quit my job. Right, not right before Big Brother, but a while before Big Brother. And then Big Brother came calling, and I went for that. And then I was there for a while. I stayed in the state for a while. I came back to Kenya. Because of Big Brother, guys didn't want to touch you. Like, I wanted to do emceeing events, be in the media. Guys didn't want to touch you because they're like, there's either, you were in Big Brother, so you're too expensive. Now you're usually going to Nigeria. And that ends up now choking me. Literally now there's actually no income coming in. And so quickly, of course, now, and then also around that same time I set up my own business. And supporting a family, it's not easy. So of course it was a lot of pressure. But for me, I think the first time I went for Big Brother, because I went there twice, the first time was very difficult because nothing can prepare you for that level of fame. I mean, Wizkid is excited to meet you. So you are at the bunch is like, whoa, KWAMBOX, so, and these are people who you're just like, oh my God, it's like everywhere you go in the world. Till today, there are people's moms who meet me in the supermarket. The other day I went to buy a phone at a shop, and I met this couple from Liberia, and they tried to buy me the phone.
For real?
Yeah, they tried to buy, and I was like, yo, I came here to buy my own phone. So that everywhere you go, people look at you and they expect you to live in a certain way. Now, Kenya, when they look at you and they're like, Ebusi ufanye celebrity. But Nigeria, where actually I ended up finding a lot of love. You'd find fans actually, because they know they're not seeing you working, so fans actually come together. They raise funds. You've not asked for it. They fly you to Nigeria. They take you to meet the president. They take you to amazing places. And this is all from Big Brother. Same thing, and you meet fans in South Africa who are going above and beyond. Here Kenyans are just like, we're seeing all of them are Big Brother. So the first time was tough, but I mean I'm a Kenyan. I know what to expect. I know what to expect. But I don't think it's like that. I want to categorically say that I don't think Kenyans are haters. Yes, there's a big amount of haters, hateration out there. In fact, most of them reside on these streets called Twitter, and that's the only place they have clout. It's the truth. It's the truth. So you have bundles. You have a Twitter account. So
you don't have like
you have bundles, you have a Twitter account, and then you find yourself arguing with a toddler who's wearing boxers in his crib. Hata jai kwanza January hakuna hata one bob ametengeneza. Alafu anagiona ati your policy is about policy. Nigga, shut the fuck up. So I don't even argue people because I've seen hate. Because of the ones who are hating now. You've been hating for 13 years. You've been hating for 13 years.
Talking about KOT, how do you handle trolls? Because you also get some trolls.
I don't give a shit about trolls. I don't give a shit about trolls. For me, I think the most important thing is I do notice, like I can see someone who's just hurting. When you just come with so much vile.
They're going through something.
If you want to talk shit about me, it's okay. Go ahead. It's your bundles. Do your thing.
It's investment.
Do your thing, bro. If you want to talk about me, do your thing. But then there are those ones who are really like Mpaka unamwambia, I know that anger it's not directed towards me. You're more angry with yourself, and if I'm a source of release, if it makes you feel any better, dope, go ahead.
But that's internet has been filled with people who go through so much, and so the best way they can feel good is by trying to bring another person down. And
also they're just bad people, honestly. I learned, I was always that person who was like, there's always good in there must be some good in some people, but then there's some people, honestly, Namnajijua, you're watching this, even if we soak your heart in and then dip it in hot water and then dip it in jig, you'll still be black. You're mtoto wa shetani.
That's true, because so last week actually our podcast hit 10,000 listeners and 7K views on YouTube. Then I shared the news on Twitter. Someone actually trolled and said this podcast won't reach anywhere. But you see someone like that, and you see when I started the podcast 9 months ago, of course I had only one view and one listener. The same person actually said, you guys you're trying to corner us with this your podcast. Exactly. So from my experience, I'm like, dude, like,
that's your biggest fan though.
Because he's selling.
Can make sure at the end of this, I want to send a special shout out to that fan, because you're a fan. I know in your heart you think that I hate this guy. I think you love him, because the fact that they check when you're at 1 and then they at 10K they're still talking. They've been invested. That's person who's actually invested, and that's the thing about fans, haters, because you'll find someone, and the worst thing is what wengine ni unajua sasa leo ni kumbafu hata ujijui, unajua as in ni kumbafu style nyingine, yani akili yako tu ni mavi, because you talk shit online to get to clout chasing. So you have like maybe 10K followers, or maybe even 5 sok. I don't know. I don't know what is big. You have like 5 sok followers. Of course umeka picha yako hapo kwa sababu uko na 2 followers. Basi unamse ameongea shit juu yako online. Alafu I shit you not, this is a true story. Na najua mnani watch mko wengi. Meet this person out there.
It happens. That's true.
You're just like, oh my God.
That's true.
I know you, bro. But it's all good. I had you because I know what you are.
I've shared this story sometime, but I'm going to share it with you. There is so you see that time I was trending, So someone actually, so there's this account that every time I posted, especially when I started the podcast, every time I was posting an episode, I used to get a comment. I'm like, fucking this guy, I couldn't time just to see, like every time I'm posting.
Investment.
So, investment. So, nkakwa zile za, umse amenieka see fast ama WhatsApp. Then I was so curious. It was on Facebook. Because you know what? Let me click the profile and actually see who's this person. So this guy is very stupid. He opened a pseudo account with an email
with his name.
So checking the email, I'm like, dude, see you're my friend, Maze.
Si nimekwambia aonakwanga kumbuff time.
Like so a friend.
If you're a troll, what you should be doing is don't even bother with that person. But then also sometimes just have a look at the source of their bile. That one who's telling you itafika 10K mwambe, just stick around. He'll be around for 100K.
So during your stay at South Africa, is it the time whereby you got to get the inspiration behind starting Industry Night?
No, actually that's when I was staying in Lagos. I used to go for
South Africa, Lagos.
I used to go for Industry Night in Nigeria, in Lagos. It happened every Wednesday at Oriental Hotel. Shout out. And,
and good stuff.
It was
over 2K participants.
I mean people used to throng the place. It's not really as popular right now, but it used to be an amazing. And for me, it was like I hated the fact that every time I travel within Africa, I've been to about 24 African countries, and everywhere I'd go, guys would just be like, every club you go to, like you're in Liberia, and you enter a club, and then are you gonna you're just like wait, go. You go to the DJ, you're like, do you know I don't know, calligraph. First the DJ looks at you like you said, as in so when I came back to Nairobi, and especially in Lagos, it was worse because they only play their music everywhere, so it reached a point I was like, wow, I'd love to have this feeling where when you see Nigerians, I don't know if you've ever been in a space where Nigerians are and their song comes on. It's crazy. They just gather and they sing along. And I was like, I want to feel that. I want to be a part of that. Because when you come to Kenya, guys are busy flossing for you that they know a Drake song. And I'm like, we're gonna change that. So 5 years ago, started industry night, and you know, and I always tell guys, the culture, you are on the wrong side of history if you're not supporting Kenyan music. And it's not even at a decade. It's just 5 years, and boom, here we are.
Taking over.
Yes, it's not taking over. It's done.
It's done.
And just shout out to the artists. Just keep upping the ante. You know, just because we're enjoying your music right now, don't start giving us the same shit. Don't get comfortable, y'all. You don't see Drake singing this one dance every album. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Talking of artists, we want to play a game. Talking of artists, I want to play a game. So it's called Guess the Artist. That's the official name. Then you tell me who they are.
Okay.
So number 1, Meme Hadija. Can you guess?
The fuck is that? Is that a musician?
Yeah, it's a musician. It's a Kenyan. You can ask for a clue.
It's a girl?
Nah.
Major. Major.
How did you know?
Mtoto Hadija. Meme Hadija. Major. Yeah.
All right, cool.
I know this shit, yo, Major.
I see. What do you mean? I
can't get you. Hey, beep beep.
Are you going to play for us, Nini? Are you going to dance?
No.
Okay.
Maybe,
yeah. All right, cool. All right. George Migai.
See, Nani, Madi.
Hey, sawa.
I was in school with Madi. What do you mean, yo? Who are you? You, bro?
Wanjiku Kimani.
Wanjiku Kimani. Oh my God, is that's every Kikuyu babe? Every Kikuyu babe is called Wanjiku Kimani.
A Kenyan artist.
Wanjiku. Oh, Shiko Femi one.
Hey, yo, what's up?
I'm dope, yeah.
No,
I mean Shiko, Wanjiku, guys, come on.
Hey, Bran Ouko Omolo.
Aye, Calligraph Jones, yo. What you talking about? Being tough things, yeah.
Haba Tumbuku na Kitare.
Uyo Nino Nini.
Hey. All right.
Do you know how many of these artists have sent M-Pesa?
Henry Ohanga.
What do you mean? I know everyone's name because I've sent them M-Pesa.
Ish. Henry Ohanga.
That's Rabbit. No, that's Octopizzo.
Ish. All right. Kennedy Ombima.
That's Rabbit.
Hey, I'm feeling say. Polycarp Otieno.
Is a guy called Polycarp.
Polycarp Otieno.
Okay, I'm gonna. Hey, can I look for a clue?
You want a clue?
Yeah, what's a clue?
Another one for the lady.
Oh, is that guy for some soul?
Fancy Fingers.
Yeah. Like seriously, he's called Polycarp. No, I didn't think it was that easy. He's actually called Polycarp. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Willis Austin.
Shimano.
Oh, okay. I'm so sure you won't get it. Stephen Oduor Dede.
I feel like you set me up, yo.
Stephen Oduor Dede.
I want a clue.
Party.
Clue.
You want a clue?
Yeah.
Let me get.
I deserve a clue because I got like 20.
He comes from Western Kenya.
Really? Because I was thinking maybe Central with that name, you know.
No. He's coming. Kwanza, that's confusing.
From
Western Kenya.
What's the name?
Stephen Oduor Dede.
Hey, I was going to say Joakali, but I know his names.
You want another clue?
Yeah. Do they rap?
Mtambia nini watu?
Okay, I don't know.
Fuck.
I don't know who that is.
For real? Mtambia nini watu?
Is that a rapper? Wait.
Well, Rix, finya hiyo kitu.
Okay, who's that? Who's that? I don't know.
You want another clue?
Yeah, who's that?
He's a DJ.
DJ Shitty.
Okay, DJ Shitty don't catch a feeling, but I only know you from Instagram. I don't know any of the content you do. Like,
all right.
Yeah.
Hii party wa live. Michael Kennedy Claver.
Hey, huyo ni mjaluo for sure. Claver.
Yes.
Hiyo ni deep from nitoje Cardinal Otunga.
Michael Kennedy Claver. You'll be so surprised, Maze.
Michael Kennedy. Kennedy.
Yeah. Michael Kennedy.
Hiyo jina Kennedy ina iu ni bo.
You want a clue?
Yes.
Tunasondeka. tunasondeka.
Naibu anaitwa Kennedy.
Yes.
Niache Kennedy. Kwanza leo Kenwa the D.
All right, last one. Last utapata David Madenge.
See you nameless.
All right, sawa. Let's get back before tumaliza another last game. So
well, lakini DJ Shiti ni musician kweli. Wewe unanimluzisha points hapa ukileta some shitty guys.
Artist is anybody. You say hata any artist, hata mimi artist. Kennedy Dede. So something serious here. 2008 2009 you got depressed.
Yeah. Well, no, I wouldn't say depressed.
Okay, you went through let's just say a situation in your life. That's better to put it up.
What situation are we talking about?
Were you depressed 2009? Have you ever been depressed?
No, I don't think I've ever been depressed. But I've experienced heartbreak that's kept me in the house for a couple of months. Yeah, I'm like,
who hurt you?
For real, for 3 months, yo. I was in the house. I didn't wanna interact with anyone. And I did you. Shout out to you. Yeah, so
what happened?
We just broke up. End of story.
Ilianza aje?
Ilisha. Tunaanza pale ilisha.
Hapana,
no. I mean we date with adults, Yeah, if you're a child, stay away from me. So yeah, it was a heartbreak. What you want to know?
No, talking of if you're a child, stay away from me. Who's your kind of man?
I like muscles.
Ish.
Yeah.
Sasa hatuna bahati.
Yeah, in the okay, not in a bad way, yeah. Nikiangalia mwili chali. Let's make we 6 foot na 6 pack.
6 foot at least hapo tumepass.
Iko 6 pack.
6 pack.
Na 6.
So una deal na 6.
Yeah. So like unajua most chalizo wa Kenya.
Yeah.
Usinikaribie please. Na sipendangi vitambi personally.
Vitambi.
You can say whatever the fuck you want to say. I'm shit. Kama mimi niko na kitambi, unaweza nikamia na kitambi. Lakini sina. So I'm allowed to say staki ya fucking kitambi. Yeah. I don't like them. I personally don't like them. Like staki kudate mtu akona
kitambi
z. It just shows you umejiachilia.
It's the truth. Kitambi ni pesa.
No, sawa, si upeleke pesa zako huko. Haya. No. That idea of kitambi is African. Is a lot of men. Like, okay, just hit 40 ndio utajua kitambi hajini pesa. Kitambi ni diseases. You know what I mean? That's just a bunch of undigested fat.
Yeah. You need to work on it.
Now you're telling me that shit's sexy. I don't know. No, I need you. No. Stop.
Ama demo like the sugar daddies and the nini.
Yeah. That's a grind. I thought we just did the topic of grind. That is a grind.
That's a grind.
Shout out to them. But like me, I'm not grinding. I'm looking for a relationship. I need to know that we can be able to run together. We could be able to do fun stuff.
All right.
That you won't be curtailed. That babe, tufanye hivi. Goja na come. Z.
So you are a spontaneous person. What is the most spontaneous thing you've done?
I think moving countries. I just wake up and say and buy the ticket and get out of here. So
do you have like a country destination that you want to go to?
I mean there's so many, but like when you're talking about spontaneity, I think moving countries and actually staying there and not knowing people there and actually just making like 6 months of life there, that's spontaneous. But yeah, there's a lot of destinations of course I want to check out. I think one of my top within Africa is Mauritius. I hope that they won't be racist. I've had a lot of racist shit coming from there, but like you better know I'm coming with money, so you can't be racist towards me.
Right now you are at Vibes Radio and good stuff.
Thank you.
And before that you were at Homeboys for close to 8 years, eh?
Yep, 7 years.
So how has been your experience working with Mike and Kerry? Mike and Kerry,
yeah. Mike and Kerry are the funnest. We just people
felt bad. I saw on Twitter. Oh no, where are you going?
I think it was an end to an era where we just used to come because a lot of people used to ask, how do you prep for the show? It was just consistently talking to each other and getting to work and just having a good time. And that transcended into the show and the fan base. So it was sad leaving them, but you know, you gotta make moves. You gotta, you can't be stagnant in a place because I like to hang out with you. You know, the next move's gotta be made, and the next and the next. Yeah.
Talking of that, hope Tosh is gonna download for us Ignition, that song. What your song nitwaje?
Gani?
Yeah,
speedometer, accelerator.
So as we talk, Tosh will download for us that, then to dance.
I am not dancing accelerator. I filmed that chapter. I'm already looking for my new song. What you talking about?
We're gonna dance to that and another one as well. I have two left foot. So what are some of you been in radio for how many years? Close to 10 years, yeah?
No, 8 years. Actually, I started at Homeboys.
Yeah. I started at Homeboys.
Yeah, so this is...
So you've been in radio for 9 years.
8 years.
8 years.
I just said 8 years.
Okay, 8 years.
Yeah.
And of course, you see, right now, right now in the era of content creation, like most people want to get into radio. What are like 10 lessons you've learned?
10?
Yes,
that's 10. A whole syllabus, yo. I actually do classes.
10 lessons.
I teach people how to create. I teach in universities.
For real?
Yeah, but that's a story for another day.
No, it's a story for now. So where do you?
There's a lot of people who leave university and they do degree in journalism. FYI, I didn't do journalism. And so there's a lot of I guess disillusionment for young people who go to school, do their course, and then come out and there's no jobs. But then, you know, I don't think it's disillusionment. It's just like, you know, you just need to, doesn't matter how many fucking radio stations are there, you know, then how many on average, what's the lifespan of a radio presenter? I mean, like, again, has been on the same seat for like 15 years. Man. So if you can imagine the amount of radio students who are being churned out of university. It's like, you need to be smarter than that. This is 2019, you know, so podcast is definitely the way to go. And in a space where anyone can, you know, get anything,
you're making me feel as there's hope.
Yeah, absolutely. Like it's either this or you come and panga lines and start as an intern. You know, and how many interns do media. So I always advise everyone, if you want to get into radio, the best way in would probably be start your own podcast. Get to learn the ropes so that you can know what new thing you can be able to add to a radio station, because when a radio is starting or they're setting up, they have their own ideas of what they want to do. And by the time they're getting to you, they're maybe auditioning you to fit a specific role. So maybe you won't be picked, and it doesn't mean that you're not good. It just means for the role that they're looking for, you're just not the right fit. Now imagine someone now giving up in life because they didn't fit that shoe. Go and create your own shoe. Go and make your own shoe and start selling it.
That's the way to go. That's the way to go.
That's the way to go.
So one random question. If you are, what advice would you give yourself if you're a 15-year-old? Your 15-year-old self.
Okay, I would say worry less. Worry way. Actually, worry not. Is what I would say. Worry not.
Don't worry.
Yeah, because at that point, like, really, your worry is for nothing. When you hit 30, that's when you start to worry. No, I'm kidding. But like, I would tell myself to worry less. Life is never that serious. Which was still my motto, by the way, at that age. It's like, it's never that serious.
It's never that serious.
If you know me, you know my motto throughout campus.
You know.
It's not that serious, yo.
Yeah. And will you get back to modeling?
I think nowadays, once you have wait, I'm not a model. I have an Instagram account. What you talking about? Once you post photos on Instagram,
you're once Miss Kenya, Miss Tourism Kenya.
Yeah, but like, I don't want to be a beauty queen. It's like, I mean, once a beauty queen, always a beauty queen.
Always a beauty queen. Yeah.
But like, no. I don't. This
era is done.
Nah,
it's done.
I did it for my mom. She's happy. I did that. Put it in the bag. That's that.
Playing basketball? Do you still play basketball?
Yeah, I mean, I try to catch up, you know, once in a while with some friends, but it's been a while since we played. I'm actually currently
which position were you playing?
A big man, you know what time it is. Shutting shit down. Able to and dunk over me, you see what happens.
All right, cool. So we're going to the last game, then we wrap up this episode.
Okay.
And this game is Never Have I Ever.
Okay.
It is gonna be hot. Get prepared.
All right.
Drum rolls. Never have I ever adjusted my buttons based on who's in the room.
As in, my buttons, like...
Yeah, it can be your shirt buttons, it can be your
Dude,
blouse.
I adjust my bra. I think even on this show, I've adjusted my bra like 3 times.
Based on who's in the room?
I don't give a shit. Like, if my bra needs to be adjusted, that shit...
I have never. Never have I ever done it outside.
Like have sex?
Yeah.
Like outside?
Yes, like outside.
I'm a virgin. Oh my god. Like outdoors. Outdoors is what you mean.
Yes, outdoors. Yes.
So never have I ever had sex
outdoors. Yeah. Have you?
What kind of fucking question is this? This is too easy. We're human beings. This is Africa. What the fuck, man? How's this were invented by white people? Come on.
So it's you have.
You know, and viewers know what I said.
I have. Ooh. Never have I ever watched another couple get it on. Of course, have sex.
Oh my god. I feel like I should say it's so ambiguous though. I feel like it's so ambiguous.
I have.
Yeah.
Never have I ever fantasized about someone else. Of course, everyone have. Never have I ever stayed friends with an ex.
Not immediately. Like my exes
After
they run, like they pour acid in all their thoughts.
Yeah.
Like they shut me out. They build forts in their mind.
Yeah. I have.
I don't think I've ever been friends with any of my exes.
Okay. Never have I ever made any naughty videos. I think I have. Naughty videos.
Oh, I hate this game. Alright, this is a naughty video. Does this count? This is a naughty video.
Which
this one? This is a naughty video. Look at the stuff we're talking about.
Alright. Never have I ever screwed around in an elevator. Accept and move on.
Oh my god. I'm going to start cheating now.
No cheating. To lies detector. Never have I ever slept with someone within an hour of meeting them. An hour, no. No, wait. Let me.
I'm going to say I have never. An hour. That's very specific.
An hour of meeting.
Not
like
an
meeting
hour.
them, then engaging them. Wait, an hour. If it was 3 hours, then that would count. I have never. Never have I ever had a full body massage. I've never had a full body massage. You have?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because even just here at Sankara, they give some fantastic ones. There's
Okay,
small
so
Chinese
Kwanzaa,
ones.
this one needs whispering. Okay, move close to your mic. Never have I ever gently whispered in someone's ear. Never have I ever gently whispered in someone's ear.
Are these like serious questions? Like, dude, I'm creepy as fuck. I probably whispered to 3 people as on my way in.
Never have I ever had a crush on a teacher.
I wouldn't say a crush. Like, homie, don't play that.
I have. Never have I ever had a dream about someone I liked. Someone I liked. Never have I ever had a dream about someone I liked.
Isn't that what dreams are about? You can
dream
reach
all
them
about,
so
yeah?
you can dream about people you like.
Never have I ever picked at someone in the shower.
As in chungulia someone?
Yes.
Like a stranger?
Yeah, someone. It can be a stranger, it can be your boyfriend.
I don't think straight, but if
It can be a
it's
stranger.
someone you're with, that's not peeking. It's okay.
Yes,
But
you
not
have.
strangers.
Not strangers.
Not strangers. Hey, you guys are getting to know me, eh?
This is funny. Never have I ever farted while making love or kissing a girl stroke a boy. Farted.
You guys, farting is normal. It's like farting normal. Like you can be making out with someone and you fart and it's normal.
Yo, hey, my easy question. Aramis squad may go through these questions. Okay, never have I ever had breakfast in bed.
I
have. You've never?
Dude, that's like my staple. That's how we do it.
Oh, all right, we're almost done. Never have I ever wake up next to a complete stranger.
No, I have never.
I have never. Never have I ever made out with a stranger. I have.
Actually, it's possible I have. I've just taken out full, like a grandfather deeper. Could have happened in campus. What is a stranger really? We're all strangers on this earth, right?
Yeah. Are we?
We are. A stranger.
We are. All right. Never have I ever dated more than one person at once. So that's cheating.
Now you know why. Now you know why the exes don't talk to me.
I have. Never have I ever dated more than one person at once. I have.
With their knowledge or like without their knowledge?
Without their knowledge.
Without their knowledge.
Without their knowledge. That's cheating. No, that's Nini.
Without their knowledge, I have never.
Experimenting. With their knowledge, you have.
Yeah. Like, it's important to tell people. It's cool enough.
Like you're dating this person, they tell them, what, actually I am.
I feel like that question is not in the questions.
Okay. All right, pass. Okay. Never have I ever given a lift to a stranger while driving alone on a highway.
I do.
When you catch me like a rat on the highway.
Yeah, I do pick up strangers.
And I've been driving for over 20 years. Do you know that guy?
Shout out to that guy.
Okay, never have I ever looked at naughty pictures. I think everyone has.
I'm gonna pass that one. Really? Yeah. I think it's too obvious, dude. Just open your Instagram and someone's put their booty there and serving. Like today there was a babe who had put a glass and she put it on her nyash and she was. I'm just like. The internet. Yeah. So it's not by my choice, but the internet.
All right, KWAMBOX.
Yes.
Let's wind up this thing. So, in the next 5 years, I like asking people that question. As it makes me, hope for a better life.
I think I'm in that space in my life where I'm more content. So I feel like I'm in that space, ready to take off. I'm excited for the prospects. I have a couple of awesome things coming in 2020 with focus. I told you, service to humanity. Just opening more networks across Africa. I run an NGO, so CSR is part of life. But not CSR. That's a story for another time.
I'm curious.
It's called Southeast Africa. We deal with issues to do with women and children, and my key issue is malaria.
Yeah, Southeast Africa.
Yeah, okay. So we distribute mosquito nets and stuff. But next year we're looking to expand.
If someone has been following you for, let's say, for 3 years, then they will definitely realize that you haven't even pushed it. It's out of like demand. It's out of like, we want to be part of this. KWAMBOXING is a lifestyle. How does that make you feel, Naze?
I mean, it's I just met a lady at the supermarket who told me, your videos, I watch your videos every day before I leave my bed. It gives me motivation. There are people who reach out to me and they get even much deeper. For me, I'm just grateful that there are people who are resonating because it's not about how it makes me feel or doing it for the clout or anything like that. When I've been going through my dark moments, I needed you needed safe spaces and safe spaces on the internet that were only speaking positivity. And if you're really honest with yourself, there's not so many spaces. Even one person who's today will be posting something positive, kesho and itana na mtu kumamako. So KWAMBOXING is a lifestyle. Is basically I chose that. If I'm going to be going online to talk to people, I have a lot of negative things. I probably argue with people. I'm not a saint. Probably feel bad and low at some point, but when I'm there transmitting information and energy, let it be positive because someone needs it. And so when you put it out there, it's not so much for you and for people to say, oh you look cute or whatever. If you notice, I actually really try as much as possible to make sure that you don't focus on the way I look. I can put on makeup and do all that, but then that will diffuse the information. And for
so
those,
it's more of like spreading good vibes.
And for those who then look and say, oh, you know what, you should look like this and should look like that. That's the reason we're doing it, so we can sieve you off. You go and look for the models and leave people who actually need a space for positivity. And I don't need to be the only source. It's supposed to be like a ripple effect. If you catch the good vibe, I expect you to go and share the good vibe. Make sure that you look out for one other person who's going through a tough time. Because this life is difficult.
It's
and
crazy.
It's not just money. It's you could have everything and still your emotions are just all over the place, and most of the time you just feel like killing yourself, and you can't explain it. And even the richest of the rich people in the world will tell you that we live in a crazy era where in UK they have things like Minister of Loneliness. I know you're laughing. I know it's ridiculous. And for those of you who are watching, please go and read about loneliness, because this is an actual. And when I talk about it, a lot of people say stuff like, oh, that's hilarious. And I'm like, chances are you're also lonely. Because the amount of people who post stuff online about, they're not good friends anymore, blah, blah, blah. It's because life is isolating everyone. If you notice, spheres of life, people are being isolated. So you find yourself now, you have friends, but there's a space that 99% of your space is probably of yourself, and if you're reaching out to people, you're probably overreaching. So that's the preparation of the era of loneliness. The UK, it's already, imagine dying and for 3 weeks you're in your apartment, nobody has called.
No one knows.
Do you understand what I mean? Like, you have family, but like life is busy. There's things to do. People want to be
people get to realize
people want to be
after a while.
move. And when you're down, how many people are reaching out to you? So for me, I am aware of that, and I'm aware that there's a lot of people who are suffering in silence, and there's no spaces to be able to have these conversations. And I'm not like putting it in the broader term of mental wellness, but this works for me. When I affirm myself before I leave the house, it gives me the energy to make it through the day.
That thing, affirmation.
Why would I share something that I'm not doing? That's why I say KWAMBOXING is a lifestyle. So if it doesn't resonate with you, leave it and leave it for someone who it will resonate with, but don't come and mar that space with your negative vibes.
KWAMBOX, you're deep as shit.
I think everyone is deep. You just choose to be shallow.
It's a decision.
It's a decision.
KWAMBOX, thanks so much.
Thank you for inviting me.
Wait, have you ever run a marathon?
Yeah.
Can you do the longest distance you've done is?
I accidentally did 21k. I'm not proud of. At the moment, I was very upset at myself because I was planning to run just 5k, but I found myself at the 21k, and I was just like, what? I kept asking, exit your 5k, go happy, and the guy just kept telling me, go forward, do the run 21k. I was so mad. I was so mad.
Josie on Twitter, there was a trend. There's a hashtag. Eliud taught me. Is there something that you think Eliud Kipchoge has sort of like taught you?
Yeah, I wouldn't say teach, but I think what he's reaffirmed.
Inspiration,
what is reaffirmed is, and I think I spoke about this 2 days ago. I said, if you really have to have an unshakable faith of yourself. Magic doesn't happen when you're busy looking at other people and telling them, hey, do you think I'm cool? Or hey, do you think I'm dressed well? Magic happens when you're focused on yourself. Like Kipchoge, who decided he could have stayed focused he could have stayed focused and looked at the other people and seen where they had figured and say, but he had an unshakable faith of his capabilities, and he was like, I'm going to go for even further. And at that point, I'm sure he was like, I'll go to government of Kenya and say, but then the right people and the right things came together to make his dream. It's just a reaffirmation that the more you focus on yourself, and not be selfish, but focus on what it is that you came here to do. Grind rather than hustle.
Go for it.
For other people, I'm sure they were taught that Ineos is in Amsterdam, but that the streets of I'm sure there's someone who's seen that siku moja ndapanda ndege. That is so limited in your vision.
Kuna msesa ashaza mtoya amemuita Ineos.
I'm sure.
Aba Ineos 159.
I'm sure.
Anyway, KWAMBOX, thanks so much for coming.
Thank you.
You're such an amazing spirit.
Thank you.
And I really appreciate your availability. And you didn't snob me.
I wanted to. But no, I don't like doing interviews. I don't know if you. I don't like
do interviews.
I like to do I like to be the one interviewing.
Yeah.
So I rarely. I know there's some people who are gonna watch this and say, "What?" And you say no to my intro. Make sure you don't show too many people this video.
Of course, if you reach 10,000 people.
But thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. So yeah, that was KWAMBOX. Sheila.
Yeah.
KWAMBOX is a lifestyle.
Yeah.
And next coming up,
KWAMBOXING is a lifestyle.
KWAMBOXING is a lifestyle.
Because KWAMBOX is me. So when you do the things that I'm doing, they're KWAMBOXING. And you don't necessarily have to do what I'm doing. The mantra is do you so hard.
Yeah.
So hard.
Yeah.
So hard.
With grace.
Yeah, because who was the marking scheme for who's doing Wilkins better than you? Nobody. You're the one who has the marking scheme. So just do